Hey, what you're looking at right now is the Panasonic Toughbook CF-29. Called the Toughbook, of course, because it's one of the toughest notebooks on the planet. If you are somebody that needs a computer in rough situations, whether you're maybe it's a fire department, a police department, construction, maybe you're a scientist that works near volcanoes or something. I don't know. If you need a tough laptop, this is going to be your absolute best friend because it's never going to fail you. How often can you take a laptop like this and simply drop it on the floor like that? It's not very often that you find computers that can do that. In fact, after throwing this notebook on the floor about 5 or 6 times today, the thing still functions without any problem whatsoever. As you can see, it comes right back out of sleep mode after it hits the ground and works just fine. This thing is absolutely incredible. And not only is it extremely tough, but considering you're going to be using it in extreme situations, it also has a touch screen. So you don't have to worry about using the laptop if you're wearing some gloves or if you're in a situation where you just can't get to the keyboard. You can use the touchscreen on this computer to navigate everything on it. Now, one of the problems with the Toughbooks, of course, because they are such a unique notebook, is that they can sometimes be extremely costly. This one right here is actually not very costly. It's refurbished. It is able to bring in a much lower price, less than $1,000 for this notebook. And of course, it's worth every single penny if you're in a situation where you need your notebook to perform no matter what sort of situation you're in. So this is a Pentium M 1.4 gigahertz on board. It's got 512 megs of DDR RAM, and it's got a 40 gigabyte hard drive. All right, so the specs aren't exactly those of a powerful machine, but if you need a Panasonic Toughbook, chances are you don't need it to play games. You just need it to get the job done. And that's exactly what this notebook's going to do, and it's going to do it for significantly less than a brand new one would cost you. It does have a CD-ROM drive built in. It's got a 13.3-inch touchscreen. That's this one right here. And as you can see, simply touching the screen does move the cursor around and follows your finger. 1024 by 768 is the resolution on that screen. Now, this computer is tested to withstand water. You can literally use this in the pouring rain, and the notebook will function just as normally as it would in your office. It's going to handle spills. It's going to handle extreme temperatures, be it extremely cold or extremely hot. This laptop is still going to fire up and work for you. It's even going to work in extremely dusty situations. Now, you don't think about it, but dust is actually one of the absolute worst enemies to electronics, especially electronics like this that have optical drives in them and hard drives and moving parts. Dust is not going to get in this thing. It is completely sealed up. You don't have to worry about dust shutting down your work. It also has A, B, and G wireless on board, so you're able to connect to any of the wireless networks that you need to connect to. Now, let me go ahead and show you around this computer because it is extremely unique, very different than most notebooks out there. It does have a built-in handle right here. It is encased in an extremely tough alloy material. It is metal all around this thing, which means this thing is not exactly light, but it's not nearly as heavy as you might expect a notebook encased in alloy to necessarily be. Like I said, extremely, extremely strong, this thing. Now, one thing you're going to notice when you take a look around this thing is that you don't see any of the normal ports that you would normally expect to see on a notebook computer. And that's because, of course, this is a Toughbook, and it's designed to keep everything safe from the elements. So as you can see, right here is where you're going to find your PC card slot right here behind this latch. As you work down the line here, you're going to find some of your other ports, your Ethernet and your modem, a recessed USB port. Your power charging port is located right there. Around the back, you're going to find recessed behind here. Your expansion port is located right there. Back here, you're going to find your serial port. Now, of course, serial ports are important to a lot of people that use legacy applications and are interfacing with older pieces of hardware, and this does have that port. Now, you can also get to your optical drive right here. Now, of course, it's not as convenient getting to all of your ports and drives on a laptop like this because everything is shut up behind enclosures. However, it is going to keep everything that you do very, very well protected. Now, right under here is where you're going to find, this is actually your battery located right in here. So anytime you need to get to your battery, you can get to it right there. Again, everything is sealed up and enclosed in this notebook. So you don't have to worry about rain, about really pouring rain, actually. You don't have to worry about dropping it. You don't have to worry about dust storms. You don't have to worry about snow. You don't have to worry, you know what, it might even actually work in a tornado. But I don't think anyone's actually tested the tornado thing yet. Maybe we should do that next time a tornado comes through here. But this is an extremely tough notebook. I mean, literally, you could throw it up against the wall. We've dropped this thing on the hard ground 7 times today, and it continues to function completely normally. So if you need a notebook that is absolutely never going to let you down, that isn't going to have any sort of weather situation stop you from getting your work done, this is the notebook that you absolutely should be looking into. It's the Panasonic Toughbook CF-29, easily one of the most resilient and, well, tough notebooks on the entire market. I'm going to drop it one more time just to prove it. Watch. Here we go. See? Watch. You wouldn't do this with yours, right? Yeah, you wouldn't do that with your notebook. Go check it out. The Panasonic Toughbook CF-29 with a Pentium M 1.4 gigahertz processor. You can pick it up right now for a lot less than you think. To get more info on this Panasonic Toughbook CF-29 that's water resistant, shock resistant, dust resistant, can handle just about anything you can throw at it, go to any of the retailers you see up on the screen right now and type in P764-130001. For Computer TV, I'm Bauer.